What's going on, you guys? It's another day here in Beijing. I'm Paloma B, a professional painter, artist, and a bit of a cultural nomad. I've worked in China since almost 2.5 years as a full-time singer and performer, and recently switched lanes to include acting, content creating, and a bit of media marketing. What was initially supposed to be a 6-month-long contract turned out to be a almost 3-year residency here in Beijing, and I have been so happy. Obviously, you guys are meeting me at a very, we like to say recently, Chinese time in my life.
Alright, we're ready. What do you guys think? From the side, from the back, and from the front.
So in the last couple of videos, I was talking to you guys about an upcoming art exhibition.
I'm going to be having my first art exhibition here in Beijing. So I'm putting the life of an artist concept exhibition collection of showpieces together.
And today I want to walk you guys through the entire experience. Getting ready for it, setting up the studio, printing out the price cards, hanging up the paintings, interacting with the audience, and doing the final art show. This video is a little bit unhinged and really unscripted, but fingers crossed, this is going to be an adventure. So today is the first week of January 2026, and I've already sorted out which paintings and art pieces I want to be a part of the exhibition, and it's time to start adding hooks to them. It is generally a good idea to put your finished artwork on a cloth or a plastic instead of directly on the floor while you measure it, but our floor was just cleaned, so there's really no chance of the art getting damaged here. A good thing to keep in mind while adding the hooks to your paintings is to be sure to keep them in the center of the frame. If you put them too high up, the wire of the thread that you use for hanging could be visible and might not look so great. So you can see the hooks that I'm using today. I've bought them for about $1.50 on Taobao. They're super easy to install. Fortunately, I had a bit of help. Thanks, Taylor.
Got me all nervous now, recording me more.
What's going on, you guys? Exciting times today because I'm getting ready for the art exhibition. I just got myself ready and now I need to pack up all of the paintings. It has been a little bit of a struggle getting myself out of bed today. I am terribly jet lagged and feel like it is the middle of the night, but I gotta put all these babies into the bag, get them over to the venue where we're gonna be setting them up today. So join me. I don't really know how today's gonna go because this is not a scripted video and it is my first art exhibition here in Beijing. So a variety of things could go wrong or could go right. It could be a very interesting day. We don't know yet, so let's go.
At this point, I'm actually feeling really anxious and overwhelmed. I just returned to Beijing 2 days back after spending Christmas with the fam in Europe, and I'm jet-lagged, emotional, and extremely overstimulated. I thought I had bigger bags available, but alas, they seem to have gone for a walk or something. And that really strong hemp string, I mean, it obviously followed it blindly. But, I mean, the show must go on, right? And at this point, while collecting all the art and putting it together, I'm also feeling somewhat emotional because if you guys have seen the last video that I posted about packing up in Beijing for a bit and going for a quick visa run to Thailand, I always get attached to things very quickly, especially artworks, homes, things that I've collected, and packing up these paintings to bring them for the exhibition kind of makes me feel like I'm saying goodbye to them. So yeah, I am feeling just a bit emotional today.
Because, yeah, I just hope I have a really nice taxi driver who's gonna help me because this is a fucking load to take across town.
there's someone like you can see some.
Okay, I've successfully brought the paintings with me to CDF, and you can see them all here. Ta-da! Gonna hang them on the wall. Paul's laughing at me in the background.
Yeah. Hello. Hi.
We're gonna interview Paul later when he feels like it a little bit more. But for now, we're gonna set up. Alrighty.
So putting them up, it's easy. Just for you to decide
Where they should go.
where goes
Which white one?
white one. Oh yeah, and this one.
Right at the entrance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Well, let me see. Or I just have the or I only have the white one at the entrance, and then all the other balls are with the other ones.
Okay, well, let's try
Because
it.
like the big one, I can have
Yeah.
the big one because I wanna do the whole. How do you? So you have two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that at the entrance is nice. I like the idea of that.
Position. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the white one goes first. Okay. Because the white one is very soft. And then we have a story about this other versions.
Right.
Oh, this one is. This one is. Wait. I mean, this one is. We can avoid this one.
Maybe I'll toss all this on the other chair.
Or you can just put it here. Wait.
Yeah, I'm still getting the hang of the layout here.
I forget. Oh, yeah. I also have these. These are the.
Oh, that's nice.
How do you?
I would assume. Paintings go on. But I think we don't need these
I
for
don't know
now.
who ordered.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This is also our like an this is like our jewelry thing, so
Yeah.
maybe we can also sponsor your performance by giving you something to wear if you want.
That's cool.
Right. So we have two. Right then.
Oh, that's quite clever.
Right, so this to her, and she will take a picture of that, okay? So we get the same. Joyce, so now this time you take a picture of this, so we see the ending and the, okay? So these ones, like this, we need to buy.
This is very smart.
Let's see, huh? So this one has to be a little bit up. And okay. It's okay. It's something. So I'll solve the first one. Then everything else is this one is complicated. Give me.
Painting?
Now you need to be like here, just to see. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. You need me to hold it?
Of course. You hold it. Just hold it.
I got it.
Okay. You can go.
Yeah.
You can go. So I need to put it a little bit up, yeah?
A little bit more.
Do you know it's fine, yeah?
It's a little slanted. The left side is lower.
I
Maybe lower than, yeah.
No, it's
That's
fine.
right,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So this is the opening. Alright.
Nice. It's a little slanted still.
Uh-huh.
But I think because
What? Yeah, because I cannot see you too. You want me to? You just tell me which one I should.
maybe lower the right side like a little bit.
To lower.
Yeah. Like just by a couple of centimeters, 3 or 4 centimeters.
Okay. Because I need you from there to maybe.
Yeah, that's all.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think.
Yes. I think so.
Ah.
One of the things I really appreciate about the Beijing community of expats is that everyone helps everyone here. I don't know if it was always like that or if it's just me, but I genuinely feel like the city has some sort of utopian vibes when it comes to the level of networking and collaboration that people here are willing to have. For example, this is Paul, the founder of Art Talks in Beijing. He handles PR and marketing and curates events for artists and art lovers from various walks of life. As a longtime resident and entrepreneur, he's always on the lookout for people to collaborate with and new talent that he can push to the front. We met last year at another art show, exchanged contacts, became friends, and talked about possibly having a collaboration together in the future. And boom, here we are, setting up our first art show together. Another example of Beijing networking needs a shout out to Kat, the owner of Catherine de France, the salon where the art show is going to be hosted. And while dual purposing a store as a salon and an art space is a bit of an offbeat concept, it is actually pretty cool to see how the concept of beauty and art actually does come together in a pretty symbiotic way. I mean, I guess they are both lifestyle elements after all. Setting up this wall was actually really cool for me. I mean, looking at each painting going up slowly and deciding where we want to put each one and the placement and what's going to look the most aesthetic, I was just thinking back on the last couple of months and the last 2 years that I've spent creating these pieces and just remembering like how they looked as blank canvases sitting in my studio and how they look now as finished pieces side by side. And I felt good, like, oh my god, yas girl, you did it, you came this far. So I actually planned for these 4 pieces to go together because I felt like they looked the most aesthetic and represented my 2025 art style. Previously, I was using a lot more colors. It was very vibrant. I was mixing things a lot better. Not better, but I feel like it was just a different style. It looked a little bit more like digital art than a modern painting. And so I wanted to put these 4 together. But when we were looking at it, we were like, okay, well, the sizes of the paintings don't really match up. And the reason is because it is not such a long wall. We wanted to have 2 vertical paintings on each end. And then also because the venue where we are showcasing the paintings is also a salon and lifestyle and beauty, so we felt like having a bunch of pizzas hanging in the corner wasn't really matching with the theme. I mean, hey, I like pizza as much as the next guy. Who doesn't love pizza, right? But it didn't really match the theme, so unfortunately the pizzas had to go on a different wall. Sob. But personally, I really like this experience of getting to hang up the art together with Paul and have a little bit of a discussion on which art he likes, what he thinks about each piece, which one he felt was the most commercial, which ones he felt had a deeper meaning. And it's just really nice, like when you follow through this journey of creating an art piece, you know, you kind of start off with a blank canvas and your own little concept in your mind, and then you create something out of nothing and you bring it out into the world and you get to put in front of everybody and kind of feel like, you know, Rafiki holding up Simba in front of the crowd and be like, you know, here's my little thing. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah.
So that was it for bringing the first batch of paintings over to CVF and hanging them up and finding the right placement. I didn't bring a lot of art pieces with me because it was just way too much for me to juggle with my own 2 hands. I really wish I asked somebody for help, or I had help to bring more pieces. But there's still quite a few paintings sitting at home and a couple of art installations that I'm going to bring with me on the day of the art show.
So today I'm back at home. We just finished setting up for the art exhibition the other day, and I am here creating my art inventory. This is another aspect of setting up your own exhibition. As you can see, I've created a little spreadsheet. You've got a little picture of the paintings on the side, a description of it, what the painting's been made with. In this case, of course, it's just acrylic on canvas, but there are some paintings where I've used mixed media, and so you can see the rhinestones are listed, the LED lighting is listed, and then of course on the side is a price, on the side is if it's in stock or not, because I may or may not be at the gallery for the days after the opening, but whoever is there and who is organizing it and handling it at the moment can check out the pricing easily and if it's in stock or not. It just makes life a lot easier if you're not planning to be on site the entire time. Yay me. What I really wanted to do was add my little WeChat QR code in the corner. In China, we have WeChat instead of WhatsApp and all those things, but WeChat is really great because it's like a mixture of your YouTube, your Instagram, in some cases your Facebook, because you can share your photos, you have a channel where you can update your videos, and of course you get to collect your client database directly, which in this case the gallery that I'm collaborating with does not mind me doing, so I've added that in the corner. Feel free to add me if you are from China and interested in my paintings also. This is the flyer that we've created for the event. Pretty excited. All right, it is the day of the exhibition and I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm a whole lot of things. This is the last few pieces that I have to bring with me right now. And one of them decided to break yesterday. That's a story that I'm gonna tell you on the way to the show because my cab is downstairs. Wish me luck.
Right, so that story I was going to tell you guys about how one of the art pieces broke. So I had somebody over to help me clean the house yesterday. In China, we have somebody come over and help with the cleaning. We call them an ai. Really helpful, really sweet, helps do everything and take care of the housework. But a sad thing happened. She tried to help me with doing some dusting, and unfortunately, one of the art pieces broke, and I'm pretty bummed about that. Part of me is like, oh my God, Paloma, if you would have brought these things over like last week, that would never have happened. It would have been out of harm's way. And anyway, now I'm sitting in the DD and I'm thinking to myself like, oh my God, I should probably make a list of all the things that I wish I did before this exhibition, because there are so many learning points, and whenever I go through life and I have like silly mistakes or silly accidents, especially on the way to a show or on the way to an event, I try to sit down and think about it later on and figure out ways that I can avoid that from happening next time. So I was like, okay, mental note, I need to figure out a list of things that I wish I did before this art show. And then the other half of my brain was like, oh my God, girl, that is a great topic for another YouTube video. And I was like, yeah. So anyway, I'm probably going to come up with a video along those lines in the near future. But anyway, The show must go on. So here we are at CDF getting things ready. Come on, guys. This is going to be a great night.
Oh, and that thing that I showed you guys the other day for making the inventory. Looky, looky. This is that we were able to transport this without it breaking. This one was not so lucky. And here's Paul being awesome.
Hi, it's me again. I'm gonna change this because
Say hi. Hi. It's from my vlog. Okay, this one needs batteries. I'm gonna get batteries.
Are you sure?
Quite sure.
Is this okay? So you go now, you go...
I put the tags on.
Hi. Oh, yeah, sorry. This is fine. Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be. go, 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 go. Look who came to the gallery.
Let's go.
Yeah, do you want to pop it? You can.
Never done it before.
So suddenly there's a full house. There's Nancy. There's everybody. And we're popping the champagne. Personally, I hope that it like...
Woo!
Na zdrowie!
Dry gathering.
I'm an addict. Sorry.
Hello, hello.
Right?
Anyway, this is the first piece I want to show you guys.
This was inspired by, I was telling Carolina and Barry, I was in the Hutongs in the summer last year and looking at some of the vintage stores, and they had like mannequins that just looked really blank. And I was like, if they had tattoos on them, they'd be so much cooler. And then I thought, because it's a bright idea to have a bulb on its head, because it's a bright idea. It's a dumb dad joke, but it seemed cool to me, so I did that. That one is like, it's called Mixed Thoughts. I made it after a recent accident that I had, which made me have to cancel my singing shows and everything for a while, and I was really like going through a lot of things, and I couldn't really paint any real concepts. And so I felt like just doing that kind of helped me clear my mind a bit, and it looks kind of like a balloon car now that it's done. So, yeah. What do I say? Inspiration can come from anywhere.
They do look like mixed clothes.
Right?
They do look like exactly what's happening in our class when we are going to stress.
Yeah. And it wasn't, it's not really any
That's
actual
exactly my
content.
fault. My brain.
Yeah. But if you look at it, it's one line. Everything's, it's all connected. Yeah. Yeah.
Find your way out.
Yeah.
Untangle it.
Actually, I was like really muddled in my thoughts when I did it, and I tried to do this with just one stroke, or rather like to make it all connected. And then I forgot my own thoughts while making it because I became so focused on how do I connect this to that, and you know. So if you guys come in here,
Timing.
this is actually a concept that I saw in a dream. It's not really any real meaning, but I tend to have very surreal, very bizarre dreams that could be made into little TV shows eventually. And so this is one of them. You know,
didn't match this year.
No. There was a time when I was younger that I went to a music festival, and I will bleep out certain details of that, but I started seeing people with animal heads roaming around, and so that was a different thing. And of course the moon had eyes and there were jellyfish in the sky, and so, you know, that's inspired by that. And this one, this is just called My Social Life in Beijing. It is like this. Very minimal. If you know, you know. And you know, if you're an expat here, you're always on the phone, so, you know. You don't really know how long the social life is going to last for. But, you know, it's Marie. Hi. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to see you here. And here's another one. I do not take credit for the sonnet that's on it. That rhymes! I wasn't even trying to do that. Anyway, I wrote Shakespeare and Poem of Bee because I feel like it's a joint effort there. But that's Shakespeare's poem, and I just wrote it like that because I was inspired by a Chinese calligraphy artist who might be coming today. His work is only black and white, and so I did that, and then I slapped the LED light on it because I thought it looks super cool. In the dark. That's it. Just saying. If anybody wants to buy that piece, you will not regret it. And then, if you come over to this side, and this one over here, this is also kind of tied to my life in Beijing. I don't know if you guys were able to figure it out, but the concept behind this entire art show is my life as an artist and like the thoughts and experiences that happen behind the scenes. So this is at the local because if you're from Beijing, you know that it's also a little bit of a gossip mill. But we'll call it a tea mill just to be polite to everybody. And you know, social life. There they are, having a good time. They're a very classic couple, but you know, having a little bit of whiskey on the rocks. And this one over here is, this is not actually Catherine de France. It does look like it though. I realize that when she just mentioned.
That's you, right?
I did have a hairstyle like that for a very long time. But no, this is backstage preparations because I've been a performer for the last 15 years, traveling around to about 12 different countries. And I've worked with acrobats, actors, dancers, aerial artists, other singers. And for me, it's like putting on the final show is really special, but before the show is equally special because you get to know the people that you're working with. You get to have like conversations in the dressing room and a little bit of banter, and that's like special moments. You get to realize that other performers are just people just like you. And so that's what this is about, backstage preparations. You can see she's just sitting there smoking a cigarette, and she's having a cup of tea, and she's just observing.
She's waiting for gossip.
Yeah, she's just listening. She's just,
Don't tell me more.
she's just a side.
Disappointed that there's not much gossip.
Well, or she's just the one who's taking it all in. You know? Just that side character. So we'll move to this one. This one is called the Hockey League Party. If anybody here knows anybody who's from the Hockey League, you understand why it's called that. These bros are known for doing a whole lot of shotguns and drinking a whole lot of beer. So that's it.
Taylor!
Taylor, shut up, Taylor. But, yeah. Yeah. And then this one over here, this painting is called Beijing Summers. This is also like inspired by just life in Beijing and the kind of like cheerful lifestyle that happens here in the summertime. You go out and hang out with your peeps, have some whiskey sours. You know, call it for a good time. Oh, that was supposed to be China World Summit Wing Atmosphere Bar where I used to perform. And of course that's the CCTV building if anybody from here works there still. And yes, this one is called Home in the Clouds because I've been on the road for the last 15 years as a performer and would really like to just settle in somewhere, but that seems to be a dream in the clouds. And so, you know, I'm just like, okay, that's the idea. One day, you know, have a little castle somewhere and settle down. And then one day, maybe, who knows, or just keep being an artist on the road. That's okay too. So there's a couple more this side. And so it's kind of like a fun little interaction. Oh my God, it's like wake up in the morning and see that, and a little bit of inspiration. Right? Like, get it, girl. And then this one here, the entertainment's like, I do apologize that the space is a little small. Can I close this? Sorry? I don't want to kill the tree. There we go. So, as I was saying before, I've been an entertainer and singer for the last 15 years. I've also been an artist, manager, and agent for a little while and ran my own company. So I kind of have understood the behind the scenes of what it takes to be an artist and then what it actually takes to be an artist on stage. And there was a time that I also hired other entertainers to come to my shows, and then there was one time I was sitting and watching one of my friends on stage, and I was like, wait, we're all just fools sold to fools by fools. And so you can see here's the the maestro kind of orchestrating the events between the artist and the client, and it's all just one big happy dance that goes on, and that's what that's about. You can see they're always it's a mixture between the right time and luck. So it's just a one box to go in there. And then this one is Dinner Table Diaries. This is just a bunch of people having a good time, having some pizza, because pizza's always a good idea. And yes, some of my fondest memories as an entertainer and in my time in China is sitting down and having a meal with people and getting to know them. And that's what this is inspired by. And that is my collection for this year's show. Woo! Thank you for being here.
Yay! All right.
And I was worried today I might have to write a speech to say all that. Oh. Yeah, okay. Speech needed. Singer. professional singer?
Everything.
It depends. Yeah, I do everything. It really just depends on what the
Talent regarding to paintings, and I love the story. I loved everything that she told me about, and I'm very happy that we are finally producing one art show here at Catherine de France. So congratulations.
Woo!
So I hope you'll say something about this event, about your inspiration, about, you know, this is your first exhibition, so yeah.
I wish I wrote a speech. Well, I want to start off by saying thank you to everybody for coming. I was really nervous about this because it's not a party, and you know, we're not going to have music and dancing. I'm not singing today. It's just coming in to have some conversation and see artwork. we can still dance a party afterwards. But I wasn't sure. But I'm so happy to see each and every one of you here today. And when we first set up the paintings today, I was telling Paul, I was like, oh my God, what if nobody comes? Like, and he's like, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. And then all of a sudden, you all showed up. So thank you so much for making this. This has been really special to Paul and to every one of you. Thank you guys so much. And all of the paintings here are inspired by my life as a singer and the last 15 years that I've spent on the road as a performer. And also inspired by my last 2.5 years in Beijing. And a little bit inspired by some of the interactions that I've had with some of you here today. You might want to take that call, it sounds important.
It's an alarm, huh?
It's work? Oh, it's a warning, it's time to wake up. But, oh my, that way.
Before I don't have any drinks. So
If it's your wife, you better not put her on video
no,
call.
there's a stop.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, all that to say, if you guys are artists or you know you have some talent or creation, don't stop creating. Don't stop doing stuff. If you face hard times, put that into your art. Let it make you into a better person. And you know, I think that's where we all find connection, also through the stories that we tell and the experiences that we had. And again, I wish I wrote a real speech, but I did not.
You're doing great. Woo!
About not stopping to create. Thank you.
Yeah.
Woo!
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Oh no, Barry didn't bring his guitar.
Ah, a cappella. We could do it a
My
cappella.
WeChat is listed on all of the paintings and the little price tags underneath, so you can all feel free to add me on WeChat if we don't have each other on WeChat already. And come to my next show. This is with the guitarist from my band, Barry over here. This is another keyboardist that I play with in my band a lot. Smiles, also a fantastic photographer and artist. This room is so full of artists and performers and climbers and directors.
So let me ask somebody like, okay, Mary, what's your impression regarding to this?
I love it. I love Paloma's work and her style. Some of the pieces are new to me and I enjoy them a lot. For example, I love that colorful piece, what is it, Home in the Clouds? Yeah. And yeah, I have a secret favorite. I already told you.
You have to say it to them too, so that you know we can start an auction.
Maybe she wants to buy it. Maybe.
I like
My favorite is actually the cloud one.
the cloud.
Auction! Going once, going twice.
Backstage. Yeah. Backstage.
I like that one. Yeah.
How about you? Yeah.
I like the big step.
Yes. Thank you.
Not only because I'm English. And I'd get thrown out the country if I didn't say it. I like it. It's a new take on it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for coming and enjoy the show. Talk with Paloma and just have a nice time. Thank you.
Woo! Good job.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right. Woo, 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 woo.
Now, yes.